Hi everyone. I've been umming and ahhing and umming and ahhing just like a Libran. We like to make decisions quickly. Yeah, I thought I'd just quickly make this short video. I'll try to keep it short, under 75 minutes. No. Recently this week, 4 consecutive days or so, I had comments from a viewer. And initially, the first two or three or four, I said, oh yeah, it's nice. They're responding, or yeah, it's usually all of them were past videos mostly. There might have been some newer ones, but the bulk of them were in the past. When I used to wear the darker frame glasses and my hair was shorter. You know, like that, things like that. Well, definitely, I saw the difference in the videos that I made. But then, yeah, more than four, and then five, and then 15, and then yeah, it worked out. Eventually, well, in a way, confronted this person through messaging on via YouTube, the comment section, and I said that, um, yeah, I gave the statistic approximately. I said, over 4 days, you've messaged me 80 times, like, so that works out to be 20 messages a day. And during, like, in the maybe around the fourth day, the person would remind me, "Oh, you haven't acknowledged a few of my messages," but no stress. So as much as possible, and I do try. I mean, it might be a little bit late, later than when the person. Not talking about this person, just in general. When I see someone's taken the time to send me a comment, whether bad or good or otherwise, I will acknowledge, with the thumbs up emoji. I'll click that, and then I'll click the heart emoji to show that I've read it, I've seen it. And this person was saying that, you've missed a bunch of my messages. Have you seen them? Did you receive them? So it was getting a little bit obsessive, I thought, or obsessive or compulsive from that person's perspective. Just the person would justify that, I'm doing it to help your channel because your channel's small. I don't. I always wanted to say she as a pronoun. I don't know. The person's name sounds like a female name, but I don't want to. I'm not here to shame the person. Well, you're saying I am, but I'm not. I don't want to identify them in any way, so I'm not going to, you know, give the handle name or anything. Um, yeah, so the person was saying, I'm doing it to help your channel, alluding to algorithm, I guess, of YouTube. The person doesn't message channels that are large, presumably with millions of subscribers or viewers. And yeah, my channel's only got under 2,000 subscribers currently, over 2 years. Uh, and yeah, I basically I got uncomfortable, and I could have just been quite blunt. Maybe I should have been just like, please stop messaging. This is too much. You know, um, it's making me feel uncomfortable. Messages are all positive. Like, some of them were just emojis, hearts, or thumbs up. Others were a bit more wordy. Some of them were, quite long. Others were just remarks like recommending me to listen to other artists if she was. So I keep saying she, sorry. If they were commenting on, I don't know, say Kylie Minogue, they might have said, oh, you should listen to Sabrina Carpenter as well, or something like that. So all the messages were benign, but it was just the frequency of the messages. Like I said, over the 4 days, 4 consecutive days, it averaged about 20 messages a day. And for some people, that's no big deal. It's great to be the center of attention, and in some ways, yes, but in other ways, no. So the last messages I sent to this person were something along the lines of, "Oh, you reminded me after I gave the statistic of the 80 messages over 4 days, approximately. I said, you remind me how to better time manage, to better handle my time management. So from now on," and I gave the example of a little bit more than 20, I said, I'm going to read and acknowledge your blocks of 25 messages at a time on my days off only, or when I have annual leave or long service leave. Yeah, basically not to respond to you in real time, as I was trying to keep up and do, and kind of felt pressured by this person to do. As I said, they highlighted when I hadn't, acknowledged a bunch of their messages. Um, yeah, and I said I just need me time. I said, alluding to, yeah, if I was continually responding or even thumbing up all the person's messages, I wouldn't have time for anything else. Exaggerated, of course, but yeah. So now is Saturday, is my next day off, as I promised this person, and I've noticed all the past messages to me are gone, are deleted. So yeah, they're no longer there. There was the one I sent about the remark about the 80 messages a day. I could still see that in one of my uploads in the comment section, but everything else I get originated by this person is gone, and that's fine. Um, I'm trying not to judge, but I am a bit curious. Well, firstly, why this person was so compulsive, I guess, and sending me so many messages. I can only imagine how many other people has had this person done to other channels. For her, she would the wanting to say she they were doing something righteous and to benefit the channels this person was messaging, but for me, it wasn't. It was making me feel uncomfortable and pressured and obliged. I think I did use the word obligatory in my messaging to this person also. So this person is not likely to be watching my channel and likely have unscribed to my channel. That's okay. Um, yeah, it just made me, um, I mean, even just a little bit appreciate, when you see celebrities get upset that, it becomes memes usually, doesn't it? All blown up out of proportion when someone say as calm as Kylie Minogue or very down to earth celebrity blows up at a a paparazzi or even a fan wanting to say, oh, sign my poster, sign, like getting it right in their face if they see them in the street or arriving at an event or something like that, or even just messaging them on Facebook, or I don't have any other socials, I just have YouTube, but I can see how annoying that would be, how really it would affect the person receiving such attention. And this is probably the most intense that I've had since I've had my channel about 2 years ago. If you ever look at the description, the date sort of launched, or the date that says when I started YouTube, that was the date I subscribed to YouTube. I had my account, so it's not. I haven't had the channel for more than 2 years. So, but the date that is date stamped in the description is when I signed up to YouTube. I'm pretty sure that's what that date is, not indicating that it's 7 or 10 years old. The channel is only 2 years old. It I launched in October 2022, so it's coming on to 3 years now, isn't it? Yeah, 2020. No, 2023, 24. Yeah, coming on to 3 years. So in October this year, October 2025, the channel will be 3 years old. There you go. Anyway, yeah, respectfully, I don't miss this person's attention. It was just a bit too much. Maybe if you just get one or two comments periodically from the same person, that's normal. But in this person's case, it was just a little bit out of hand, I felt. And yes, maybe it does benefit my channel, because the YouTube algorithm will see they see everything. They can see how many comments, the frequency, and the contents of comments. But for me, just as a using my channel as a creative outlet and a video diary, um, I think this number of subscribers and viewership is a stronger component to increase your awareness with the YouTube algorithm versus the number of comments. That helps, but if I had to rank the impact, I would say subscriptions would be at the top, and then viewership, and then comments would be below, down the bottom. So all in all, it all helps, but and this person may have told their friends or family to subscribe to me, which they likely have told them to unsubscribe. That's okay. yeah, just wanted to get that off my chest. It was intense. I'd see, when I in those last 4 days, when every time I looked at my YouTube account, it'd just be like filled with messages from the same person more than anyone else. So anyway, um, yeah, it's the world we live in. I mean, if that's the sort of the worst experience I've had so far, it's I've come out of it unscathed, pretty much. I haven't had anyone, stalking me. I don't consider that stalking what that person was doing. Um, you know, I don't. I try to keep my information private. So, although yes, some friends are concerned when I show where I live in Doncaster and the apartment building I live in, and that it's opposite Westfield Shopping Centre, it's quite easy to work out which apartment building because I'm showing the apartment building. Often inside the apartment building, whether I'm in the foyer or the elevator or the public areas. I want to say public, the communal areas of my floor that I live in. So the walkway to the elevators or the skip trash room and so forth, or the car park. But I don't give away my number of. I don't give away my apartment number or the floor I live in, exact floor that I'm on. So yeah, and as I'm not on any other socials, yeah, not that I don't want to be contacted. You can obviously message me on YouTube, but through the comments. But I don't have Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or any of those accounts. Maybe if my channel grows much more than under 2,000 subscribers, we'll see. But my goal is not to have my channel monetized, which obviously is a benefit. Getting extra income is great, but it's really just a hobby at this stage. As I said, a video diary, and happy to share you having a little peek into my life, but yeah, nothing more personal than that. Okay, so yeah, if you're watching this and your channel's bigger than mine, more than 2,000 subscribers, you probably have, hopefully not, maybe have had some harrowing experiences. Or I'm exaggerating. It wasn't harrowing. I just felt uncomfortable if this person would have continued to message me despite me saying about the statistics of how many times they message me and saying I need me time, and you're reminding me to better time management my responses to comments. Yeah, I think I would have eventually had to say, please stop, or if you want to comment, just please don't do it like 20 times a day. um, it's making me feel uncomfortable, and I would prefer if you don't do that as much. But clearly, the person's taken their step first to not contact me ever again, and that's okay. I'm happy with that. All right then, my right arm's getting tired holding the phone, so I wish you a good weekend wherever you might be. And until my next video, thanks for listening till the end.